How's it, guys? We are back again talking about Serenity Festival, and I'm joined by Mermaid Storm, the highlight of Serenity Festival 2024, and she's here 2025 to enlighten you all. Mermaid Storm, welcome. How are you today?
Hi guys, it's lovely to be back. I'm doing well, feeling a little bit chilly here in Joburg, so I'm very pleased that this festival happens in the summer. And we had such a great time last year. I'm really excited to be back again.
So you were the highlight of last year, and so many little girls and a lot of people appreciated the mermaids. People who had never seen a mermaid before, they could get to see what it's like to be in the fins. I mean, it was really, really eye-opening for so many people. But tell me, what do you think about this year's Serenity Festival and why should people come this year?
Well, I think last year, being the first festival, was really a huge success, and they managed to reach a lot of people. And this year's only going to be bigger and better. They're going to have amazing experiences on offer. Last year was more educational. This year there's more experiences happening. So you can come, you can interact with the stall holders, you can interact with the people that are facilitating. And it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I will be there with my tails and my mermaid fins. It'll be a free workshop. So you can come, you can interact, you can try on the tails. We'll take some pictures for you, and you can swim. They have a beautiful, clear, crystal clear farm dam that we're going to swim in. It's small, and you can stand, so it's not something that you need to worry.
So the workshops, I mean, it's so cool to actually see it, but you're saying people can actually put on the fins and try them on and actually swim.
It's going to be amazing. So I have got 8 fins. They are mostly adult-sized fins. I do have one or two kitty ones, but it's mostly adult-sized fins and adult-sized tails. And come and try it. It's a really beautiful experience, and it's something that I believe everyone should experience once. Men and women welcome. It's special. There's something very special about putting on a tail and a fin and swimming in the style that we swim in.
So maybe let's elaborate on that because you when you swim like a mermaid, you're not swimming like you swim normally. I think our normal freestyle swimming or front crawl, our arms are all going out like that, our legs are kicking, our bodies are quite rigid. But mermaids swim quite differently. I think it's almost like a wave format. I mean, this is it does something different to the body. So maybe you can help us understand that.
It does, absolutely. So we swim with a dolphin kick. So if you've ever done butterfly, you would have probably found it to be very difficult, a very difficult stroke. Um, but with a fin on and a tail, you have a lot of power in the water. And it's sort of this motion. So really the motion of the ocean, as they say. And it's actually very relaxing. There's no kicking, there's no splashing. So it's a very calming motion, and it's great for your spine. And the water is very supportive. So if you are someone who struggles to exercise, then this is a really great way to actually learn to swim, because you've got the fin to give you some extra power. And then you also have that beautiful healing motion of your body in the water.
So is it quite different to swimming with flippers? Because the flippers would also propel you quite fast in the water.
It's yes, so it's similar. You have a similar amount of power that you would have with your normal bifins, except that we use a monofin. So monofin has only it's fused, because when your legs are together, the last thing you want is to not be able to kick properly. So we use professional Mahina monofins. They're imported, and they give you a lot of power in the water.
This is actually quite interesting that you're forced to learn a different type of body movement, right? I mean, it's very rare that we're going to be kicking both our legs at the same time in this type of motion, right? I mean, we're all walking, or it's one leg, then leg, or if you're cycling, or I don't know, kicking, normal swim. So this is actually training your mind a different kind of thing, a different skill, a different muscle action. Do you think there's actual benefit in learning different kind of, things?
That's a really good point, Deepak. It's a great point because in order to keep our brains young, we need to keep learning things. And every time you learn something new, you're actually helping your brain to stay young. And every time you do a new physical activity, you're forcing new little pathways in your brain. So you should never stop learning. You should never stop playing. And that's a very healing motion that you use in the water. It's a very, very calming motion. And it's not chaotic like any other swim style, even a butterfly swim style, which is the closest to what we're doing, is quite chaotic. A lot of splashing, a lot of launching yourself, whereas this is almost the exact opposite of that. You're gliding effortlessly through the water, and your body is sort of just following your head. So as your head dips down, your body follows. So it's really quite effortless once you've mastered the motion of it. It does obviously take a little bit of practice, like anything, like any sport. I would say the closest sport linked to mermaiding would be freediving. And most of the professional freedivers also use a monofin, and their motion of their bodies is the same as what we do as well. The difference is that we add a little bit more artistry, a little more tricks, more entertainment value, whereas freediving is more competitive. And I think that's the beauty of mermaiding. You're taking a sport that requires skill, that requires breath hold, but you're adding a performance element to it, which it's beautiful to watch. It's very relaxing to watch, as well as for the person who's doing it. It's very relaxing for them to actually do it as well. It really seems to calm down the nervous system.
Yeah, and that's very, very useful for people. So many people stuck in a rat race. They stuck in a low level kind of anxiety or tension. I call it low level fight or flight. They're like some deadline or something that needs to happen. So they're like always a little bit on edge, ready to run. So this is a therapeutic thing, something new, something fun. And one thing that you mentioned, one thing that I noticed at last year's event is how stunning it actually looks when you're in the water. You actually did like a couple of tricks. One of your mermaid friends, I think they made like a ring in the water, and then one of the other mermaids swam through the human ring, but just like in that nice mermaid thing, and it just looked so elegant. I am going to put the video up for people to see, but yeah, I mean, the beauty of it is also something nice. And this Serenity Festival is about creativity and creation. And here, doing a mermaid workshop, you can create such an amazing experience that you will probably never forget. And maybe get a monofin for yourself, right? So you can swim at home in your own swimming pool.
Absolutely. And it's interesting that you mentioned your fight or flight reflex. So in your daily life, we're all quite stressed. So we're constantly, our nervous systems are constantly bracing. And being in the water is an amazing element. It instantly calms you down. Unless you're afraid of water, then obviously you have to familiarize yourself. But for someone who's familiar with water and comfortable in the water, it instantly calms you down. And the breath hold also stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system. So it takes you out of that fight or flight mode, which is amazing. And that is why it is so relaxing as well, because your heart rate is slowing down, your parasympathetic nervous system is kicking in, taking you into a very relaxed state, which is something that we really need in today's world. There's so many people are very, very anxious, very, very stressed. And mermaiding is not easy, but once you have mastered it, you have instant relaxation at your fingertips. And the motion of the body and the silence of the water also just really lulls you into a sense of peace. And you can't hear anything under the water. So if you are performing with somebody, there's a lot of trust involved. You can use hand signals, and we're pretty much swimming blind. Everything is very blurry under the water, so you can see shapes and you can see colors, but you can't see any kind of detail. And that also, I think, contributes to the calmness. It's like if you're wanting to calm an animal down, you would put them in a darker room, or you could use like a blindfold on a person as well. So you're cutting out a little bit of the visual stimuli, which is also causing your body to calm down quite a lot.
Wow, there's so many benefits to this that I didn't even realize. And I had spoken to you last year about this. It's like it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And I love the thing about the silence, right? Because if I'm going for a swim and I'm doing freestyle, it's actually quite noisy, right? There's splash, 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 and there's my legs kicking, and it's very noisy. You're right. I've noticed that every time I'm swimming, it's a very loud activity, and there's water splashing like, onto the pavement and everywhere. But that's not what mermaiding is, right? Mermaiding is more silent and quiet. There's no splashing. That's something I didn't realize before. That's quite amazing. You're just moving without splashing.
It's a gentle glide, unless you're going to be doing handstands and tail flicks and so on, which also has a great entertainment value. But if you're just swimming in the ocean, I mean, I have swum with seals, I've swum with dolphins, and they actually approach you because you're peaceful, you're serene, you're calm, you're not making any noise. And they come and check you out and they don't feel threatened. You're not blowing big bubbles like you would if you had a scuba tank. You really are like one of them in their element, and they love to come in and see. They bring their babies to come and have a look at you. It's quite amazing. You're interacting with marine animals in their environment on their terms, um, on a breath hold. And it's incredible how they actually are attracted to you to come and see you and communicate with you. And they're very, very gracious. They really accept you into their space. Even sharks, they accept you. They don't compete with you. Most of the time, they're completely peaceful.
So if it can bring peace to all the sea creatures, it can surely bring peace to yourself and to your inner being and help you calm down. It all starts to make sense now. So for people who are worried about breath holds and maybe they've not done breath holds, people who are not physically fit, like what would you say to them about mermaiding?
So if you were going to come and visit us at the Serenity Festival, and I really hope you do book with us, um, we will just start you off by floating on the surface of the water, by holding on to the side and just getting used to having your head under the water. And you can pick it up anytime to take a breath. And then once you're comfortable with that, we'll start using the leg and the body motions to allow you to actually move from one side of the farm dam to the other. It's one of those small round dams, so it's very, very accessible. It's not at all scary or overwhelming. And it's a beautiful contained environment to learn how to do some of the basic mermaid skills. And for those of you who are amazing swimmers, we can show you some of the more intense or interesting tricks to do. And of course, I will have my underwater camera with me, so you will get a beautiful video of your time with the mermaids under the water at Serenity Festival.
Exactly. So something to take home, to remember, and to just cherish that amazing memory. So, Candice, I think this is an amazing, amazing thing that you're doing. I know the movement is bigger overseas than it is in South Africa, but I think you are championing it and helping people to learn about it. People, I want you to go and support Candace. She's got a swimming school. It's called Merswim. So just check below for the links. Go check her on Facebook, Instagram, and contact her if you want to try it out. Come to Serenity Festival, and if you want lessons, go check out Merswim. Candace, any other final words?
I think that's everything covered, Deepak. Thank you so much. I offer women's retreats as well, where we normally do some snorkeling or mermaiding in rock pools, or sometimes we jump off a boat and swim with dolphins and so on, just depending on what the plans are. And I would love for everybody to join me. It's the most beautiful feeling. It's like swimming in evening wear. When else do you get to dress up these days, ladies? Um, Please come and join. Bring your costume and your towel. Book with us. We'll reserve a fin for you, and come and give it a try.
So when is your next retreat, Sir Candace?
I have a retreat coming up in August called the Goddess Rising Retreat. It's the last week of August, and it's in Umzimbi, KZN. And we're going to have a mermaid experience. We're going to ride horses on the beach. We're going to meditate, do some cacao. We're going to do some womb yoga. We're really going to just tap into that goddess energy that we have within all of us, and bring that inner goddess out to play.
Yes, that is so brilliant. So check out the links, guys. I'm going to leave the link to that retreat as well below this video. So check it out. There is so much amazing stuff that Candace is doing, or Mermaid Storm. She's got so much passion for this, and you will learn from the best in the market. Candace, so much, and we thank you so much, and we really look forward to interacting and learning from you at the Serenity Festival.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I'm really excited.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.